All right, now that you've made your 16 variations for your Warhol portrait, we're going to finish this up by compressing all of these images into JPEG files and then adding them to the grid document that we created in the very first step. So the first thing we want to do is open your Warhol variations, and we're going to export as JPEG. And you can go ahead and keep the quality high and hit save. So once I do that, I'm going to close the window so I remember which ones I've done. To speed things up, I'm only going to show you here with 4 of my variations, but you'll get the idea. Okay. So again, export as JPEG, hit save. So it's putting a version of that in the downloads folder. And one more. Okay, so now that I've saved all of those, I'll go ahead and open the ones that I just saved, and you can see here that they're going to be different from your originals because they'll be files that end in JPG. So I'm going to use my Shift key to select all of those and open up all 4. So you'll notice the difference now when we look at these images is that it's only this background. It removed the layers by saving it as a JPEG. Then I want to open that original document that I created way back when, and it was called Your Name _ Warhol PSD. And this is the template that has the grid on it for 4 4-inch squares going across and down with a 1/4 inch in between. So probably the easiest way to do this is, since this is all a single layer, I can select all or Control A, and you see the marching ants around my outside. And then I can come over here to my blank document and paste that image. Oops, I forgot to copy. Step 1, select all and then copy. That'll make my pasting a little bit better. Now, when I go to paste, my square appears there. And you can see that it's quite large. So when I click on that, I can do not Control Tab. That created a new tab. I'm going to transform and scale. And here I have my corners. So I'm just going to hold the corner and pull, as well as holding Shift so that the image doesn't distort. And I want to scale it so that it fits nicely into one of those squares. And when I get it where I like, I'll hit OK, or the check mark. So I'll pick my next one. Again, select all, edit, copy, pop back over here, paste it, edit, transform, scale, hold Shift, and we're going to try to get it sized up so that it fits in one of those grids. Now, if I want to move this around from this point while it's in transform mode, I can. If I click out of that and want to move it later, remember your move tool is the top leftmost tool, so I can freely move that. And you'll notice here that it's putting each one as its own separate layer. So we'll just repeat here for the last couple really quick. Oops, I already exported that as a JPEG. We just need to select all, copy, pop over here, paste it, edit, transform, scale, hold shift so that it stays a square, line it up, and notice that I want to also come back in and tweak those. And again, if I want to move its position, I can. And again, keep those even guidelines. When it's set, hit the check. And I think I have one more to do. This variation. Select all, copy, edit, paste, hold shift, get it to that spot, and then again when it's ready, hit check and repeat, repeat, repeat until you complete all of those variations. And as you're doing it, think about how you want to arrange those. Like I might decide I don't want these two that are gray variations right next to one another, so I might move that one down here and put another one of mine in. Looks like I also need to work on the scale of that just a little bit. Oops. To make it fit in that box. Okay. When you're finished with all 16, go ahead and save as PSD for yourself. That way, if you need to come back and move anything around, you can. But to turn it in, go ahead and export it as a JPEG. So I'm going to save as PSD, so I have this in progress. And then when I'm all the way finished, I'll export it as a JPEG. Rename it if it's not accurately named, and turn it in.